My name is Emma, and I'm 40 years old. A decade ago, I was living the life I had always dreamed of. A loving husband, 2 beautiful children, and a home filled with warmth. I had everything I had ever wanted. Mark and I met in college. He was charming, kind, and had this way of making me feel like the most important person in the world. We fell in love fast, married young, and built a life together. He was my rock, my safe place, my best friend. For years, our life was wonderful. Of course, we had our ups and downs. What marriage doesn't? But we always found our way back to each other. I trusted him completely. I believed we would grow old together, watching our kids start families of their own. I never saw the storm coming. It started with little things, subtle shifts in our routine. Mark began coming home late more often, claiming work was keeping him busy. At first, I didn't think much of it. He had a demanding job, and I understood. But then the late nights became more frequent, his excuses more vague. The distance between us grew, creeping into our lives like an unseen shadow. One night, I made his favorite dinner, set the table, and waited. An hour passed, then another. No call, no text, just silence. A knot of unease settled in my stomach. When he finally came home, his smile was forced, his embrace absent. That night, I lay awake, staring at the ceiling, unable to shake the feeling that something was terribly wrong. Then came the night that changed everything. Mark's phone buzzed on the counter while he was in the shower. I wouldn't have given it a second thought until it buzzed again and again. Curiosity warred with a sick feeling in my gut. My hands trembled as I reached for the phone, unlocking it with ease. One message stood out among the rest. I miss you. I can't wait to see you again. My heart stopped. The words blurred before my eyes. I scrolled through the conversation, messages filled with longing, affection, passion, words that were never meant for me. I felt the world shift beneath me. My breath came in shallow gasps as realization set in. Mark, the man who had vowed to love me forever, had betrayed me. By the time he stepped out of the shower, I was sitting on the edge of the bed, his phone clutched in my shaking hands. He saw my face and paled. Emma. His voice was barely above a whisper. How long? My own voice was unfamiliar, cold, distant. He hesitated, his eyes glistening. A few months. While I had been here, believing in us, he had been with her, lying to me, deceiving me. He stood up, shoving the phone into his hands. You promised me, Mark. You promised we'd always be honest. His eyes filled with tears. I never meant to hurt you. I don't know how it happened. It was a mistake. A mistake. As if that one word could erase the pain he had caused. I couldn't stay. I grabbed my purse, my keys, and walked out. That night, I drove to my parents' house, my vision blurred with tears. I felt hollow, numb, shattered. Days passed in a blur of silence. Mark called, left messages, begged me to talk to him. But how do you talk to someone who has destroyed everything you believed in? Then one evening, he showed up. His face was drawn, his eyes filled with sorrow. Please, Emma, he said, his voice thick with emotion. Can we talk? I wanted to slam the door in his face. Instead, I stood frozen, torn between the love I had once felt and the pain that now consumed me. I know I don't deserve your forgiveness, he continued, his voice breaking. But I love you. I love our family, and I'll do whatever it takes to prove that to you. Tears burned my eyes. I don't know if I can trust you again, Mark. He nodded. I don't expect you to. Not yet. But I'm not giving up on us. The days that followed were filled with uncertainty. I wasn't ready to forgive, but I wasn't ready to walk away either. Mark didn't stop trying. He showed up, not with grand gestures, but with quiet persistence, fixing things around the house, spending more time with the kids, being present. One afternoon, as I sat on the porch watching the children play, Mark joined me, his presence tentative. I don't want to erase the past, he said. I just want the chance to build a better future. I turned to look at him, searching his face for any sign of the man I had loved. I wasn't ready to forgive, but for the first time, I was willing to try. Because sometimes, love isn't about forgetting the past. It's about choosing to move forward, one step at a time.